We are presented by WynnBET. Betting is a team sport. Bet together at WynnBET. Eric Allen here inside the studio on a lovely day, joined by Jets receiver Corey Davis. Great to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
What does it feel like for you now with a year under your belt in green and white?
Man, it feels good. Obviously, that first year was, not like didn't go how we planned it or how I planned it, obviously. But it's a good year just to get under my belt, come out there and, go out there, ball out with the guys a little bit. But like I said, it was a little bit unfortunate. Got injured, and the season went the way it did. But it was good to have that first year.
When you were thinking about it and you signed your contract here, how did you envision year one going?
Man, I envisioned it going good. Definitely not getting injured, that's for sure. But I learned a lot. The guys learned a lot as well. So we just taking it one day at a time at this point.
What did you learn? What were the most significant lessons?
Man, just gotta say, I learned a little bit about my body. I learned to just stay in it mentally. Because obviously after that injury, I was a little down on myself, a little depressed. But I just learned a little mental toughness, and had to break through that a little bit. But it was good. I came out the other side, and I'm better for it. So,
can you talk about the injury? When people are saying core muscle surgery, how do you explain it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty serious injury. It's probably it was more so like a growing core, and I had to have them both repaired, and it was tough. I mean, I couldn't lift my leg, and I was fighting through it for a few weeks, but it just kept getting worse. Ended up having to just shut it down and getting it repaired, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I've had a few hernia surgeries, and those were difficult. How tough was it for you to battle through that and try to play?
It was tough. I mean, just knowing that you have something that doesn't feel right in the back of your head kind of hinders you a little bit. But like I said, I was just trying to break through that mentally and just try to stay in it and not think too much about it. But I mean, I can only do so much, with that injury. Like I said, I was just fighting 3-4 weeks with it, and just ended up shutting it down.
So early on, how did you become Zach Wilson's guy? Because I don't know if people remember this, but if we go way back in week one, you're coming out of the gates. You got 2 touchdown receptions in Carolina.
No doubt. I mean, it was just that trust and that we were working on it a lot this past offseason. I mean, before my first year here, as well as this year. We're still building that chemistry, but we had a lot of trust, and we still, we're working on it every day. And I'm definitely glad that we have that guy on our side, man. He's a great talent, great quarterback, and man, real good people.
Yeah, but is that the expectation you had for yourself, even coming to a new team? Is that when Zach went back to throw last year, oftentimes people will say, well, the security blanket is the tight end. I thought the security blanket early on in his professional career was 84.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and that's what you want. You want that in a quarterback to have that trust in you, and it's just my job to, be at the same spot and, get that timing down each and every time. So, he knows where I'm going to be and can trust to put it there.
Joe Douglas reminds people, as far as the receivers are concerned, when your name is mentioned, says Corey Davis was on pace for 1,000 yards last season.
No question.
That would have been your first 1,000-yard season in the National Football League.
Yep. Yeah. No
you think
doubt.
you get there if you're not hurt?
No question. Yeah. I think so. Like I said, I was on pace. I felt really good about the year. And we were getting better each and every week. And that was the main focus, is just improving each and every week. And, that's what we were doing before that injury.
So take me through the offseason. Obviously, did you have to do any rehab once January started, or are you in good shape right to go? You're ready and rolling?
I mean, I was in great shape. Just as far as, the surgery, the doctors did a really great job. And, the training staff here did a really great job of, just kind of keeping me in shape and, just trying to, keep trying to move and try to keep doing stuff to, prevent it from getting really stiff. But I was down bad for a little bit. Ended up, working back in around January.
Okay.
When I started to run. But it was good, man. I'm healthy now. I was rehabbing. I got right, so I'm ready to hit the ground running.
Okay, so take us to Nashville. Zach Wilson is out there throwing to you. We've seen this on social media. How did that all come about?
Man, he was on tour this offseason. That's the thing about him, man. He's going to find you and he's going to work regardless. He's a workhorse, and he loves to work and, get in work with his guys, and that's what he did this offseason. He went to Cali, Arizona. He came to Nashville, and man, that just says a lot about who he is and the type of leader he is. He came down to Nashville, and we got a couple days in, really good work. I'm glad he did it, man. It's going to pay off.
What can you do when you're thrown against air, when it's just you and him out there?
Oh, we got to just visualize that, there's a defense out there, and, go through that progression and, make it as real as we can,
Did you spend any time with him away from the field? He's down there for a couple days.
Yeah, I mean, we done a few things off the field. We definitely got to do more. I got a little girl now, so that's where most of my time goes, but we definitely got to do a lot more off the field. I think we're going to plan something this weekend, though.
Oh, awesome. So when you heard that he was making the trip across the United States, he starts with you, I think, in Nashville. Then he's down in Florida with Braxton and maybe a couple other guys. Then he's on the West Coast in Arizona.
Everywhere.
What's going through your mind?
Like, man, he's serious about it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's hopping up, getting on a plane and going all the way across the country and, traveling to different guys, that just says how serious he is and the type of leader he is.
What do you like about his game?
He's a competitor, and he's gonna work regardless. Like, he's a perfectionist. If the ball isn't exactly where he wanted it to be, he's gonna run it back, and get it again. And I mean, that's what you want in a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, he's a workhorse, and he's gonna go get it.
What did that game against the Titans mean for you?
Man, I mean, I can't even lie and say that it didn't really mean much. Obviously, this is a game, and it's all business. It's not too personal at times, but I mean, that one definitely meant something to me, just to go out there and to beat them the way that we did. Man, that felt good. A lot of love for Tennessee and the people there, but man, that felt good.
So where were you in terms of progressions on the long touchdown?
Man, I think I was third in the progression. On that long one?
Yeah. At what point are you like, I think we got a chance here?
Once I saw him do this, I was like, oh, that's coming to me. Let me go.
Yeah.
Get in position. And he put it on a rope. And that perfect ball, and, we made it happen.
Yeah. What does it mean to you, a young team beating clubs like that at home last year?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, obviously a playoff team. Cincinnati, a team that advanced to the AFC, to the Super Bowl. I mean, they take down the Kansas City Chiefs, the perennial contender, and they're a couple minutes away from beating the Rams in the Super Bowl. So what did it say to you as far as those experiences for the young club, specifically those couple games?
I mean, we could play with anybody, and we can compete with anybody on any given Sunday. And I truly believe that. We got a lot of talent in this locker room. We got a really good group of men, high character men. And man, it just shows that we could play with anybody. Those are really good teams that we beat, at home. It just proves our potential.
Was it bittersweet watching that Tampa game? Like, from one side of the spectrum, I got to imagine you're like, hey, this is all coming together. And it looks like this is Zach's best professional game. But on the other side of the ledger, or the other side of the spectrum, I should say, that you weren't out there on the field.
Yeah, it was a little tough. But, man, I love to see the guys do well and go out there and, handle business.
WynnBET is now live in New Jersey, and they're bringing the excitement of Wynn Las Vegas to online sports betting. Get in on all your favorite teams, players, and sports, from boosted parlays to live in-game odds on every major sport. They have what you need to win. Sign up today to receive a special offer, risk-free $1,000 sports bet. Download the WynnBET app now or visit WYNNBet.com to start winning. WynnBET, an official sportsbook and gaming partner of the New York Jets. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117.
What's building here right now?
Good stuff. Some real good stuff. Like I said, we got some great men, man, and most importantly, they're high character men. So that's going to take us a long way. We just got to, put the pieces together and go do it.
What's going on with this wide receiver group? How much did you see it develop last year, and then you add Garrett Wilson to the equation here in the offseason?
Man, it's we can be dangerous. We can, we got a lot of weapons, a lot of different guys who can do different things. Adding Garrett, bringing B back. Those are added weapons, and like I said, they bring different things to the table, and I'm extremely happy that we got G. man, that dude can do it all. I'm just out there watching him run routes, and I'm like, man, I don't know how you move like that. And he's
Really?
sticking in and out of breaks, and I'm like, yeah, he's special. He's got it. Like I said, man, I'm glad he's on our side. He's gonna be a great wideout.
Totally different body types, but do you
Yeah.
see similarities between him and Elijah in terms of short area quickness, the
No doubt.
versatility, and also the explosiveness to get down the field and run past people?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all like you said. They're similar in that way. Is the way they can get in and out of breaks real quick and create a lot of separation. Man, that's gonna be really good for us down the road.
What's he been like? You are a soft-spoken guy who takes
Yeah.
the game very seriously. Elijah's an ultra
Yeah.
competitor.
Oh yeah.
And then you add Garrett to the equation. He seems like, much like yourself,
Mhm.
soft-spoken, big-time competitor,
Oh, yeah.
and a guy who just wants to get it.
Man, and he's a little laid back, but he's chill, but he's a competitor, like you said. And dog, it's like I'm trying to paint the picture for you, but
Yeah.
man, he's a great competitor, and he's a real good dude. Just walking around, the way he talks, the way he interacts with everyone around the building. He's got a lot of leader characteristics, and man, he's gonna be great in this league for sure.
What's the potential for this group when you're talking about you three and Braxton back, and people shouldn't be sleeping on Denzel because
Mhm.
he's still in the mix, and Jeff Smith's another sub 4-4 guy. We can
Yeah.
go down the list.
Yeah, we got a lot of weapons, a lot of potential. We just got to go do it, and it's all on us to just go out and put the work in, put ourselves in the best position to go out there and, take this division.
What changes from your perspective with the tight ends? The equation now with
Mhm.
CJ Uzama, Tyler Conklin, you draft Jeremy Ruckert. Can you talk about the multiplicity that you potentially have offensively?
Man, we got a lot of weapons, and I just thinking about the tight ends. We got Conk. We added Cage to the tight end mix.
He was moving around pretty well there.
Man, he looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. But man, we got some weapons. Like I said, we just gotta go out there and put it together and do it.
What's the next step for you personally?
Working. Just taking it one day at a time, not getting too overwhelmed. Taking care of my body and leading best way I can.
But how can you get better as a receiver? Take health and put it away.
Mhm.
We're going to say Corey's healthy throughout the season.
Yeah. Honestly, I just put my head down and working, jugs, doing all the extra stuff that I can to put myself in the best position to win on routes, catch the ball, and not only win, but win big. You know what I'm saying? And I want to prove to this league that I can do that for sure, each and every day, each and every game.
WynnBET is now live in New Jersey, and they're bringing the excitement of Wynn Las Vegas to online sports betting. Get in on all your favorite teams, players, and sports, from boosted parlays to live in-game odds on every major sport. They have what you need to win. Sign up today to receive a special offer, risk-free $1,000 sports bet. Download the WynnBET app now or visit wynnbet.com to start winning. WynnBET, an official sportsbook and gaming partner of the New York Jets. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at wynnbet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117.
You didn't run coming out because you were banged up
Yeah.
coming out of college. And when people talk about the speed on this wide receiver group, obviously you talk about Elijah, sub 4-4. Talk about Garrett, sub 4-4. You talk about Braxton, who was a 4-4 guy. You talk about Denzel, who's a sub 4-4 guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you would have ran?
4-3, 4-3. No, I'm just playing. Maybe around, I don't know, 4-4, 4-5.
Yeah.
When I was training, my first week of training, I ran a 4-5. So I felt like I would have got to 4-4.
Maybe the high 4-4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For being honest, yep.
Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur. You've played under both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's the biggest difference between the two?
Dog. They have a lot of similarities. I'm not going to lie. I think Mike got a little more to him, though.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just think he got a little more grit to him. A little tougher than his brother.
Yeah?
Guy. Yeah. I think so. No, they're both really good, really smart, man. Really good offensive minds. Really creative in the way they do things. But yeah, I would just say he got a little more grit to him, our guy. So.
And you say toughness, you say grit. And how does that come out?
I mean, it shows. He's an aggressive play caller. He's not afraid to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's something that you want, and that just shows that he has a lot of trust in us.
What changed for him last year when you guys got more plays? Because I know early on in the season he was getting a lot of heat. People were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then finally start converting on third down or having some success early on, and then people are like, "Well, this is a totally changed man."
Yeah, I mean, it was the same guy. The same guy, honestly. It's just how people are, and you know how it is. But like I said, man, I'm happy that he's our OC, and he can do a lot with us, and you know, move guys around different spots, and you know, just be really creative in his play calling. And man, I'm glad we got him.
Number one out there, the cornerback, the rookie out of Cincinnati, Sauce Gardner. What have you seen from him? Because he continues to pop on a practice field. I know it's early. He hasn't played an NFL game yet, but there's something to him.
No doubt. Man, just out there watching him go up against him the first few days. Like, yeah, I see why he's, you know, the first pick. Dude can ball. He's physical. He's fast. He can open up. And he's always locked in. That was the thing about him. He's locked in each and every play. We're doing the walkthroughs out there, and he's locked in during that. You know, that's good to see in a rook, you know, just to come in and have that laser focus like he does. On top of all the athleticism that he has, just shows how special he's going to be.
Do you teach him? Because you're a guy who played a number of seasons on the other side of the ball. He's going to be facing Corey Davis every week in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I can do to help him, you know, just kind of give him different looks, or tell him how the mindset of a wideout and you know what he should look for. But yeah, just whenever I can, I definitely, you know, just shoot him a little advice every now and then. But you know, he's got it. He's got great coaches, and you know, he's gonna be great.
What about DJ Reed?
He's a dog. DJ Reed's a dog, man. His transition is insane, and he's another guy that's always locked in too, like super locked in. And man, he's gonna be great.
How much does it help you guys now? Listen, you had Bryce Hall last year. He's back, so the depth is there. You got Brandon Eccles, who's working to the side right now throughout the spring, but he's going to be back for training camp. Valuable experience. Michael Carter, Javelin Guidry. How much will it help you guys on Sundays going against this group when you add a Gardner and a Reed to the equation?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, those are all different type of dudes, different size dudes. Each and every one of those guys bring something different to the table. So it's good for us to see and go up against all those guys. And they're all competitors.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them. Great players, man. And it's only going to help us in the long run. Keep going up against those dudes, and iron sharpening iron. That's all it is.
Anything surprised you about Robert Saleh last year?
Not really. I mean, he's a chill dude. He's a great coach. Real chill coach. You know, real chill. I didn't know he was that chill, but he'll get on you every now and then, you know, just to make sure that you're on your stuff. But no, nothing really surprised me. He's a really great coach, really laid back, family guy. Obviously high character, you know, just you could tell by the guys he brings in the locker room. But man, I'm glad I'm playing for him.
That's legit, isn't it, in terms of the character? Because I think a lot of teams right now, this is the season, the spring season where hope springs eternal. You're going to go to 32 headquarters throughout the NFL, and people are going to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But there's something here in terms of the character, the quality guys in that locker room, isn't there?
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it. And that's, I mean, I've mentioned it a few times in, you know, as we're sitting here talking, because it's something that we truly believe. You know, that character is going to take you a long way. You know, Saleh's always talking about that. We got CJ, MC, E. We got a lot of dudes with really good character. And that's good for this locker room.
What do you think about coming to the Northeast, playing for a fan base that is tremendously hungry, who is passionate?
Yeah.
What do you think about your experience?
I love it, man. I mean, all it is they're passionate, extremely passionate. And it's a great fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing bad. It's just they're passionate and they want to win, just like we do. And you know, I'm glad we got that type of fan base, to be honest with you.
Jameson Crowder's in Buffalo now.
Man, what's up with him? Crazy.
So, but for 3 years, you've been here the last one. That was your first year with the Green and White.
Yeah, it was.
So he was the leading receiver for the Jets the last 3 years. How different is the slot going to look this year?
It's going to look a lot different, man. It's going to look a lot different. I'm definitely coming for that, you know, that leading receiver spot, as well as all these other guys. We got a group of competitors, But it's definitely gonna look a lot different.
Yeah. How about we talked about it before, but the versatility in terms of the slot. Robert was specifically asked about that today, and people think about, okay, we can put Garrett inside. We can put Elijah inside. We know we can put Braxton inside. He even mentioned your name. Do you like playing the slot occasionally?
I love it. I mean, it's just a mix-up, you know. Every one of the guys that we have in that room can play anywhere, and I truly believe that. Slot, outside, you know, we got a group of dudes that can do it all. And the way that our offense is, you know, you want that. You want guys that can move around, go in the slot, play outside, and that's what we have.
So sometimes Mike's going to say 84. You're inside. Yeah. You're good with that.
I love it. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Mismatch.
How does the mentality change in terms of you going outside the numbers, playing X, and then playing slot?
Changes a little bit. I mean, you're going up against backers, maybe playing between the hashes a little bit, so you got to kind of get thick, you know, get your mind right. But I love it, man. I love playing between the hashes, playing in the slot, outside, inside, wherever you need me. I'm going to go get it.
So you just signed as a free agent last year, but what did you think about the way the wide receiver market exploded this offseason, most notably Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams?
Yeah, man, I loved it. I love to see the market go up, man. And those are two dudes who deserve every penny. You know, I know a little bit about Devontae, talked to him a few times, never talked to Tyreek. But, man, he definitely deserves that, and I'm happy for him.
You said you talked to Devontae a few times. What do you like about his game?
Everything.
Yeah?
Dude is in and out of his break. His releases are probably my favorite, just to watch him get in and out of his break, in and out of his releases. That's something that I study a lot from him. But, man, it's crazy to see. He's a great wideout.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Who do you study in the league?
I mean, I try to study dudes that are kind of my size or similar to my size. Like, I try to look at Julio. I look at Devontae. Some old school. I watch Brandon Marshall.
Do you?
Yeah, that's my guy. He was a great wideout, man. Physical, and I try to take a little bit from each and every one of those guys. I watched a little bit of AB too. I know he's a little guy, but he's got a lot to his game. He's got a great game, man. And but yeah, I try to take each one thing from each and every one of those guys, and apply it to my game.
It's interesting. You mentioned Julio playing in Atlanta, playing in the system, right?
Oh yeah.
What did they do? And Saleh mentioned him today too. Is that yes, in theory, Julio's on the field, you can double team him, but we can put you in a spot where you don't know where he's going to be at.
Yep, and you can't double him, and that's how it is with us. Like that's why you got to move guys around, slot inside, outside. So defense can't really get a beat on you.
What's your summer looking like?
It's looking good. I mean, I don't got any vacation plans right now. It's just all work. Chilling with my little girl. She's 17 months, almost 18 months. She's getting big.
Is it your first?
First little girl, yeah.
What's her name?
Xavier.
Xavier?
Xavier, yep.
Xavier.
Yeah, man, little girl, she's my everything.
Yeah. So, how has that changed you?
Changed me a lot, man. It's like, I mean, even having a little girl, I feel like is a lot different, obviously, than having a little boy for your first child. Just tugs at your heartstrings a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to be spoiled for sure.
She's always going to be daddy's
little girl. She's always, So yeah. She's got a different spot in my heart for her, man. But I love being a dad. I love being a girl dad. It's everything, man.
I'd agree with that. My daughter's almost 3. And there's nothing like
Let's go. That's what's up.
Nothing like it. Corey, thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your summer. We got to get you back.
No doubt, man. I
Thanks,
appreciate
buddy.
it. Yes, sir.